Reapers, we just got some crazy event leaks for the end of the season, and it is very insane, and I'm not going to spoil it for people who don't want to see it, so click off the video now if you do not want to see the leaks, because we're going to be discussing some crazy things that will reveal some of the theme for Season 8. So without further ado, let's hop straight into it. So, the first thing we have is this big thing right here. So, Epic messed up. I don't know specifically how they messed up, I know the leakers do, but they messed up and accidentally allowed a lot of leakers to be able to dig into the files, and they can now see a ton of leaked skins, codenames, and all that kind of stuff. And recently, the past day or two, we've had a ton of leaked skins, collabs, cosmetics, codenames, all that stuff in the files. And sadly for Epic, it's ruining all of their surprises as leakers are leaking it all, but we can't blame them because they are leakers and that is what their job is. So we have a ton of crazy leaks and skins, but I'm not going to be covering that. What I'm going to be covering is this big string of text here for the live event. Now these are all of the gameplay tags. These are not the event tags itself. These are the gameplay tags we'll have during the live event. And I'm going to basically recap it for you guys. So what's going to happen at the very start is that there's going to be a floating island involved, most likely going to be the last abduction spot, which would be Corny Complex, and we're going to have some sort of energy burst that opens the door to the ship, and then when that happens, we're going to go inside of it, and we're going to see the cube. So the cube is going to come back apparently inside, and we will be able to touch it and play with it, interact with it, and we actually have some lightning effects that we'll get when we touch it. I don't know how this is going to work, and I don't know why the cube's even in the mothership in the first place, but this is very weird, especially because we're going to be split into two groups at some point during this live event, half of us falling through space, just free falling, and the other half successfully, quote unquote, teleported to the ship, and we're going to be locked in a prison cell like we have in when we get abducted, and there's going to be 8 floors, and we're going to have an EMP backpack on which sends electromagnetic pulses, and that is what we're going to be able to use to escape the mothership. And once we go through all 8 decks of the prison cell by using the EMP backpack to hack and open doors and go and move on, we're going to eventually get to the entrance or whatever door this is, and then that is unknown because we don't know what will be happening at the end of that, since that is just what these leaks go up to. Free falling through space, I have no idea what those guys are going to be doing, but they're going to be in space for some reason. I'm kind of hoping I get the mothership one, but I'm also hoping I get the space one because I don't know what they'd be doing in space. I'm really confused right now because they're actually going to be for the first time giving 2 separate experiences to players during a live event. That's huge, and that's basically the start of a pick your own story kind of live event, like taking this and going through that way and doing these different things and getting a different ending, but it all leads to the same end of the season. That'd be really cool, and it seems like this is just the start of that kind of mechanic during a live event. So that sounds pretty crazy, but turns out we're not done just yet. We have some event gameplay tags. I'm going to read some of these for you guys. Backpack bomb sequence, door hacking start, backpack explosion, event to play backpack explode FX, that's the sound, build up, blast, flare, camera return the camera to its normal position. So that, I'm guessing, all of that right there is going to be us walking up to a door, it zooms in on the panel and we're like hacking it and stuff, and then maybe our backpack is going to explode and not necessarily destroy itself, but it will send a pulse, electromagnetic pulse to the door once you hack it, and then the camera will return back to the character as you walk through the door and into the next level. We also have hanger, camera return, hanger explosion, camera modifier, hanger explosion on player, and hanger explosion slippery feet, and FOV change. So the times we get FOV changes is when we have little cutscenes, like when we were flying down and Iron Man gave us a jetpack, and then it returned back to its normal camera position, so that's just giving you a good idea of what that could end up being. Then we have prison cell hack, event Kiwi, VO start, event Kiwi, VO stop. Kiwi is the codename for Kevin in the files, Kevin the Cube. So What do you guys think of this? What's your take on this? That's basically the entire event except the ending. We don't know a single thing about the ending yet, so no spoilers there. But when we do get official leaks on Twitter about the ending, I'll be sure to add on to this video in a separate video about that for you guys, if you guys want to know. So, leave your theories in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys think of this. That's pretty crazy, and I cannot wait to see this live event in-game. As we get more news, I'll let you guys know. So thank you all for watching, and until next time, keep it reaping.